groups: stimulants, depressants, opiates, and hallucinogens. And stimulants are cocaine, Adderall, MDMA, and Molly. They stimulate the body, causing heart rate increasing, blood pressure increasing, and body temperature. Individuals tend to experience like decreased appetite, agitation, some hallucinations, and brain toxicity, and in most severe cases, death. Depressants, on the other hand, alcohol, Xanax are examples of this. They cause a decreased heart rate and blood pressure, and these individuals exhibit experiences like such as relaxation and decreased inhibitions, which is the opposite actually of what stimulants tend to do.
Opiates contain opium, heroin, fentanyl, morphine, oxycodone, Vicodin, Vicodin, methadone. Individuals experience decreased pain, pupil constrictions, decreased gut motility, and respiratory functions. Individuals also experience pain relief, euphoria, and sleepiness. Like most of the time when people are taking stuff like this, they do it for sleep or also stress, just to get through the day, but it can also be very addicting to the point where they need to have it or else they can't sleep, and that's another big problem.
And we have hallucinogens: marijuana, LSD, ketamine, mushrooms. With those things, we have hallucinogens is one of the class drugs that results in a profound alteration in sensory and perceptual experiences. As a group, hallucinogens are incredibly varied in terms of neurotransmitter systems they affect. Mescaline and LSD are serotonin agonists, and PCP, angel dust, and ketamine, and animal anesthetic act as antagogists of the NMDA glutamate receptors in general. These drugs are not thought to possess the same sort of abuse potential as other classes of drugs discussed in this section. When it comes to hallucinogens, I could tell you that I've done marijuana, I have done mushrooms, and the experience is totally polar opposite. While marijuana calms you down, you can have a bad trip where you can see people crawling on the floor and throwing rice everywhere, or you can see trees like shimmying and dancing, or squirrels talking to you. Like it's total polar opposites. But we also can talk about the effects of marijuana being so high in THC that it can cause a different types of hallucinations, where it just causes a fear and anxiety, where mushrooms cause a physical, like a alteration state. So, you just have to be cautious of what you're doing. And depending on these things, like I've been smoking for so long, about 15, 16 years now, and I have become dependent on it, and sometimes you do have to take a break to get back to able to feel the effects of it. But marijuana is not a bad thing, but it can be used in bad ways. So as far as like when it comes to hallucinogens, just be careful, because you don't know what you're getting into, and just knowing the questions and asking questions, because what you don't know will harm you.
And like P was saying, there is, with the abuse of drugs, you can build up a tolerance, and some individuals might find that they need to build up more on where they started. So it could just be a higher dose of that singular drug, or it could even be a stronger drug in case, or just a stronger drug in general. And then some symptoms could be withdrawal, which could be physically inducing, psychologically inducing, to very harmful situations for the individual. And one thing that stood out to me about this chapter was with amphetamines. A lot of these people who are prescribed that clinically, actually, even though those cause very hyperactivity within the individual, when they're prescribed that, because of the increase in neural transmittance, it actually causes people to become more tired. So a lot of Adderall, people who are prescribed Adderall tend to have ADHD, and due to that drug, they're able to calm down because their brain is technically working at overtime.